Hello degenerates and welcome! If you guys remember from last year, I made a video on this Chinese game which the translation would be something like Trails of the Wind or something like that. And I was pretty happy with the game. I was enjoying it a lot, and I told you guys I like this, but I don't think it's gonna be coming to global because how niche it is, right? So imagine my surprise when I was checking Google Play to see what's going on and what games are coming out, and I see this right here, Whisperborne, and I'm like, wait a second, that does look familiar. What is this? It looks familiar. And in fact, we are finally getting our Chinese copy of Grand Blue Fantasy, aka Whisperborne. Now, the game has a few things that I want to show in this video, so you guys can see if it's something you might be interested or not. I'll be showing the gameplay, the gacha system, a little bit of the shop, some of the characters and how the elements work, and the quick TLDR on the game loop itself. So let's jump directly into this, and we're gonna start with the most important part for any gacha game in the market, the gacha system itself. Gameplay, we don't care about here. We care about gambling. Exactly. So let's talk about the gacha itself. There is a few types of banner. The first one is the friendship banner. You get friendship points. You can pull in here. Nothing interesting, okay? Mostly you will get resources rather than anything else, but you can get some SSR characters in here. Then you have the standard banner. Standard banner is a standard tickets. You should never use gems in here. And the rates, if I remember correctly, is a 5%? A 3%. A 3% for a standard banner. Then there are the rate up banners, and there is two types. Normal rate up uses a different currency, but you can use gems to pull in here. 1,000 gems, it's a multi. So each ticket, it's 100 gems. Pretty straightforward. The rates for this one, it's a 6%. A lot better. And now this is the second time in all this time they've done this banner here, and these are special banners for light and dark characters, and those are the same as 6%, but they do have only quote-unquote paid. It's not paid only because you can buy a lot of pulls with normal currency. As you guys can see, 5 multis for 5,000 gems, right? And you are saving quite a bit because you can buy 3 of those, so 150 pulls. And this is during the whole event, weekly. I don't know. I know these ones up here are daily. The other ones, I'm not sure. You guys can pause right there and translate. So you have those pulls, or you can buy them with a currency, paid currency, or directly with money. Okay, this is the pay to win banner if you wish. It's only a couple they've done in like a year and something, so it's not even that bad. When you pull a character, you will pull the character and also the weapon. This game works just like Grand Blue Fantasy. So if I come right here, you will have a team, which is your MC, 3 characters, and then 2 on the reserves that will be coming out whenever someone dies. Then you also have the weapon grid, and that's why you also pull specific weapons. So you have the character, and then you can pull their weapons. There are limited and grand weapons. Again, you can farm some of them, you can craft some of them, and then some are just from the gacha, like the limited one right there. And then there is the monster grid, same thing. Monsters, some of them are gacha, but the majority of the ones that are used are actually just grindable. So I wouldn't even worry too much about this. It's pretty nice. Now, a lot of skills, a lot of passives, a lot of moves and whatnot. I'm not going to be going too deep into that. What I will mention is that the MC, just like Grand Blue Fantasy, can change classes, and you can grind a lot of classes for your MC, and they are actually pretty nice. I like them quite a bit. And there's also a second tab here for more advanced classes, which are all pretty cool. So that said, all right, those are the characters. There is the gacha. You do not need dupes for the characters, even though you guys are seeing these stars right here. That is quote-unquote free, because that is materials you grind while you are playing. So if I go to any character that is not leveled up yet, like this girl right here, and I got the stars, this is all materials you can grind. Okay, there is no problem, and now she's maxed out. Then you have to use experience, but you can farm so much of this that, again, you will never have problems leveling up all of the characters on your account. Zero problem with that. So that is pretty nice. The weapons is where you need dupes by pulling. Now, the way they have what is the word that I'm looking here? Reduce the amount that you have to pull for, in this case, is by making items that can replace a dupe. So let's say you pull a limited weapon, but you only pull 1 or 2, right? And you will need like, I think it's like 4 or 5 in order to be taking it to max level. So I have this limited weapon right here that I don't have maxed out. You can just use, instead of the dupe, these materials right here, and these materials will act as a complete normal dupe. So even though they are harder to come by, you can max out limited weapons even if you only pull a copy. So it's quite lenient in that regard, which the game is not as lenient if you are actually not grinding, because you need to grind the game. That said, the gacha animations, you guys can see it, also important. Every 3 multis, you get a guaranteed SSR. Every 3 multis, which is, I think, pretty good. That is an SSR. Since it's 6%, it's pretty easy to be getting SSRs, honestly. I didn't have problems. Anytime I've been pulling on specific banners, I've always gotten the characters that I wanted. And we got double character here because it's 6%. So really, really lucky and pretty good. That was also a new character that I did not have, that brownie mummy right there. And we can do one more with 1000 gems. And we got pretty lucky once again. Thank you, YouTube, for blessing me while I record videos always. That is a dupe. That might be a new one. Yes, that is a new one as well. That's nice. This is 2 characters that I didn't have, so pretty good. And then there is also some cashback on every single banner. The more you pull, the more resources you get. You get some pulls back, and every 200 pulls, there is no guarantee on the banner, because this SSR every 3 multis is random. But every 200 pulls on the banner, you get a selector for everyone that is on that banner. Now, also, if it's so many characters on one banner, you will be able to get all your favorite characters. All right, this is like Grand Blue Fantasy. As long as you are playing and grinding the game, there is no problem at all. I've had, like I said, no problem getting every single character that I've liked. As long as I've been playing and grinding, I had 0 problems. Obviously, if you don't grind and don't play and don't get currency, you cannot get them. But as a general rule of thumb, the game is pretty generous, so don't worry too much. And since you're getting so much currency back and whatnot, it's goated to me. Okay, that is a dupe, sadly. So I didn't get... Oh, okay, that is 2 dupes. I like it. But as you guys can see, pretty high rates, 6%. That is really nice. Let's go into the gameplay part itself, and then we'll go into the shop and whatnot. There is a lot of gameplay. There is the normal campaign that you go and explore and do side quests and main missions and whatnot. Pretty good. If you like Octopath Traveler, you will really, really like this stuff. Then there is the actual grind, and there is 2. You can do your own runs, so I can go here and I can be like, okay, today I want to be farming specific bosses. There is a lot of bosses to farm, and they keep adding more and more and more. Every boss will have different weapons, different monsters that they can drop, different resources if you want to be grinding to craft specific things. As time goes by, you will be able to make a grid of each element, but it obviously takes time and you need to be grinding. There is first time rewards as well if you haven't cleared the boss. For example, I haven't played in a while, so I haven't cleared a lot of these new bosses, and they do give you currency as you clear them. And not only you can do your own bosses, you can do 2 of each boss per day, on normal and or on hard. So this means I can do this lady twice on normal, twice on hard, this lady twice on normal, twice on hard, this one same thing, same thing, same thing. The game does have a stamina, but you have so many potions for free. Look at this, 284, 56. I have even more right here for this one, 197. So you can grind as much as you want. I highly doubt you will run out of things to do unless you are an omega tryhard in Grand Blue Fantasy. And not only you can make your own raids, but you can join other players' raids to help them and to grind them. And that uses that red currency that I was showing you guys. So, combat itself is pretty simple. Let's go into the initial bosses. Let's go into, for example, this perp, which should be pretty simple to clear, hopefully. And you get 2 versions of each boss, like I said, the normal version and the hard version. They usually drop the same things, but it heavily depends, and it also has different cost of stamina. So if we go here, we can open, or we can find someone who has this raid open. I want to activate one, and we go in. I'm gonna be lowering the volume a little bit because this might be a bit higher right now. Anytime you're going to a raid, you can select what team you are going for, and you can select a support monster. Again, guys, Grand Blue Fantasy. If you play Grand Blue Fantasy, it is literally the same on everything. What changes is the combat itself. So we can start this boss right here. And also what changes is that you cannot refresh like in GBF when you are refreshing to grind, right? Because you can just, in GBF right here, you would have refresh already to kill the boss in one go. In here, you cannot do that. You have to sit through the fights. And I think it's a big problem because for most people, a game like this is a game you have on the background while you are doing other things. Alright, so outside of combat, which by the way, most people are, you know, one-shotting the bosses. I just suck at the game because I cannot read Chinese, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with the buffs, the debuffs, and what proper order I should put my characters on, because you can actually change the order of the skills and customize it a little bit on every single character on your team and monsters, you know, to do better damage, to just one-shot bosses and be able to grind fast. So the game is pretty nice in that regard. It seems to be fairly priced every time I've checked the shop. Personally, I bought a monthly card when the game came out and I was playing more, and even that seems pretty fairly priced. It's like $5 and you get stamina every day plus some gems, which is good. And then there is a few weekly packs and one-time packs. The one-time packs are really good. Some of the weekly ones are pretty nice considering the price, and some of them even have selectors directly. Again, some of these are one-time things, some of these are weeklies. Either weeklies or monthlies. They have both of those packs. It's decently priced for what you're getting. Obviously, the best ones will always be these ones that include a dupe for your weapons. I don't think you need to spend much money in a game like this unless you want to be collecting everything. If you just want to grind and have fun with your friends, you don't have to spend money. If you want to collect everything, most likely you will have to, right? That said, the shop is fairly priced from what I've seen. There is a few exchange shops that allow you to, every time you get dupes, you will be able to exchange for specific weapons in the shop, or for dupes for your weapons, or directly for more stamina potions if you wish to, on these ones and on these ones. Most people obviously do save for these dupes because they are really precious, right? Super precious. And a lot of meta grids are using these weapons you can get in here, mostly these katanas right there, right? So a lot of nice things to be exchanging, a lot of nice things to be grinding. There is a guild system and a guild ward that I do not know how it works. I know there is a guild ward. I don't know if it's like GBF or it's different because I haven't participated. I made like a simple guild just for me to test things while I was playing the Chinese version. And like I said earlier, I barely log in, so I'm not gonna pretend here that I know what is going on. That said, that's basically everything for this video. I am actually looking forward. They did change the name from Mira the First Blade to Whisperborne. You guys have on the website everything, even though it has the Mira name. I'll change it later. But if you guys are interested in checking all of the characters available in the game, in the Chinese version, all of the monsters available in there as well, you have them there. It is on Chinese, obviously, so that's the only thing, but you guys can simply, you know, right-click translate, and you can see more or less what every character is doing. And there is a lot of things that they are doing, same for the weapons. That's it. That's everything for this one. There is no date yet confirmed. Whenever there is one, I'll make an updated video so we can prepare together to see what's going on and see what characters are worth re-rolling and spending our money on. That's it. We're live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner dates, and I'll see you in the next one.